Hello everybody, welcome to a JK Running Productions video in this episode of the Breaking 16 Project. If you're new to the Breaking 16 Project, the Breaking 16 Project is a video series documenting my journey to breaking 16 minutes in the 5K. And on this journey of breaking 16 minutes of 5K, the goal is to break 10 minutes in the 2 mile. And I will be attempting to do that at this next time trial. Now, I opened up this Breaking 16 project. I ran a 3,200 meter time trial and I ran the time of 10:17. I was very happy with that time. It was a great starting point for this overall series. And since that time trial, I've been motivated. I've been putting in the work. Since then, looking at my Strava, I've ran 29.5 miles, 30.3, 32.2, 31.2, 32.3, and this week I'm filming this the day before the time trial. I've hit right around 20 miles this week. Some of the workouts I've been doing pretty much every week has had a tempo run. That tempo run has ranged between 3 to 3.5 miles, with the averages being somewhere between 6:05 to 6:10 pace. And I usually do those tempo runs sometime in the mornings before I go to work during the week. And then I use those tempo runs as technically my long runs for the week. I don't do necessarily a true long run. I just count the tempo run mileage. I count that as my long run for the week with the warm up and the cool down combined. Now, outside of those tempo runs, I've been switching off every other week between a strength workout and a speed workout. The main strength workouts I've been doing have been threshold mile repeats. Based off my most recent time trial, my threshold is right around 542 to 552. My last threshold repeats workout though, I did 552, 552, 551, and that felt really smooth and I felt really in control of myself, so I was really happy with that. And then the speed workouts have been 2 max VO2 400 workouts. How each of those workouts have been structured is I've done a CV interval. CV is called critical velocity pace, and that is a pace that is slightly slower than your 5K race pace. And then I do 200 meter recovery in between that CV interval, take a couple minutes, and then I go right into the VO2 max intervals. And overall, those workouts have gone pretty good as well. The first one I did went pretty well. I was really happy with that one. The second one was okay. It wasn't quite up to the level that the first one was, but it was still really good, solid work. And based off these workouts, based off these results, I think I can run a really good time. I think I can definitely better that 10:17. By how much, I don't know. This week hasn't necessarily been the best week for me in terms of training wise. Allergies have just been kicking my butt. My breathing has just been terrible this week, but it has gotten better though, so we'll see what happens on race day. I've had races where I felt really good on the start line and I've not ran very well, and there's been days where I felt poorly on the start line but I somehow run a really good time. One of the time trials that really sticks in my mind is I did a 3,200 meter time trial. It was going into my junior year track season, indoor season, and that whole cross country season I was just not feeling the greatest. I was coughing up a lot of stuff. I think it had something to do with allergies, maybe a sickness, I don't know, but I went to this holistic doctor. She gave me some supplements and I did a 3,200 meter time trial off 1 week of training and I ran 10:02, which greatly exceeded my expectations. I mean, when you watch the video, my teammates think I'm gonna run 10:30, 10:40, and to be honest, I couldn't blame them because based upon the track record that I put out during that cross country season, that's probably what I should have ran. But I got on the start line, I went for it, I tried to break 10 minutes in the 3,200 and I came very close. So we'll see, this result could be that result, it could be a bad result, but either way, it's a stepping stone to getting to where we want to be, which is breaking that 16 minutes in the 5K. But with that, everybody, though, I hope you enjoyed this insight into how training has been going, how the workouts have been going. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, follow me on Instagram, Strava, join the JK Running Productions Strava Club. With that, though, I'm going to sign off like I always do. The grind never stops.